Hello, Capricorn. I hope you're doing well. I want to go ahead and get into your reading for the last portion of February 2018. And I want to mention too, I have a new addition to my channel. I've got a donation button, I guess on the background of the home screen. But also I'm going to add the donation link into the description box below just because, pardon me, a lot of people have asked to donate to this channel, and I'm incredibly appreciative of that. But I didn't know how to do that, and so my boyfriend was able to figure out how to do that, and now we're doing that. So if you choose to, totally cool and much appreciated, and if you don't want to, that's totally fine. You know, I appreciate you watching the video anyhow. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. I've already shuffled these. Let's do a little bit more though, okay? Show me energies present for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. February, last portion of February 2019. Capricorn, please. Ooh. So right out of the gate, Capricorn, Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is essentially somebody who is emotionally manipulative, mentally manipulative on pretty much all fronts. Somebody who's willing to fight for no particular reason. They consider this card to be somebody who, what's the term? Wins the battle, not the war, you know. But why does there need to be war and battle anyhow? It's just somebody who's kind of a dick, you know, in a major way. It's like major mind games. A lot of mind games. Show me more for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. You're the Ace of Wands, Cap. So moving forward from a situation, letting something go from the past that was tumultuous, and now feeling like you can move forward. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. Moving away from a situation or a person of that nature. Also, for some of you, this is going to be releasing and letting go of that aspect of yourself. I have to say that too. A lot of people don't like hearing negative things about themselves, but we are all assholes in certain aspects of our lives. We're all assholes. Nobody's a saint. And if you're not, you're a liar. Knight of Pentacles. So your energy, really good. So getting over something from somebody, dealing with a situation that's been pretty sticky and frustrating to deal with, now finding a new beginning, now finding shift and change out of a situation, going towards a direction that you know is actually right for you. Here again, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. So new beginnings, new changes, shifting into a different energy altogether. But this happens when we release things, okay? When we release energies that we've been pretty much stagnating in. It's essentially death, you know, like the Death card is all about transformations. These are the transformations that happen. It's a new beginning in different things. It doesn't mean like, oh my God, I'm just like brand new beginnings and everything. No, this is essentially applying the lessons that you've learned from issues and situations and applying them effectively towards your new path. That's what this is about, okay? I'm going to put it back in the deck because that's where it went. It might pop up again. Show me more for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles can talk about family situations, long-term family situations, people with money, long inheritance. It can talk about folks who have been in a relationship with each other for 5 to 10 years. Usually it's going to be years. It's not something that's a quick acting energy. It's a cumulative. It's a long-term energy. You have the King of Cups here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Primarily Scorpio though here, Capricorn. Very nurturing energy, very compassionate, may not wear their heart on their sleeves, but is somebody that is caring, nurturing, wanting to listen, wanting to care, wanting to be there for you. Very, very good father type energy, very loving male energy. It can also denote somebody who loves you very much, whether that be romantic love or familial love. Okay? Show me more for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Okay, so that flew out. You have the star in reverse, so Aquarian energy. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, they may be being a butthead, but the star in reverse talks about not trusting yourself, not trusting situations that you're a part of, you know, acting hasty, not being of right mind, body, emotional state. It can talk about not trusting yourself. It can talk about not trusting others. Also giving up faith, you know, in a situation. You may have given up faith in a situation regarding this person from the past, and it's like you're on to different things. You're on to new things. Yeah, here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is somebody who essentially moves forward in her life on her own path. She's very clear in the direction she wants to go in because she feels passionate about it. She feels like it's for her. She seizes the moment, okay? She sees an opportunity and seizes the moment within it. This is somebody who's incredibly creative. This is a person who is jovial. They're beautiful. They are, they're quick-witted, but also very fiery in a positive way. In reverse, she's a ball-busting nightmare, but upright, the energy is very positive. It's very lively and vibrant energy. And underneath her, we have the Six of Wands, so recognition, moving forward in positive directions. You know, when you take the wheel of your life, Capricorn, and decide the direction that you want to go in when we're moving away from people intentionally, that's positive, okay? Capricorn can have a tendency sometimes to get stuck with people just because it's like there's a familiarity in regard to certain people, certain situations. Capricorn sometimes can be a little bit like Virgo in regard to stability, and they seek levels of stability even if it's within toxicity. But the other thing about Capricorn here too is that Capricorns very much pay attention to awareness, emotional awareness. Here we have somebody who is emotionally aware. Now, I feel that this is more so you, Capricorn. Sure, you could be dealing with a water sign, but I feel that this is your energy taking, seizing the moment, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this energy here, but that's what we have right now. I shuffled these two. I'll show a little bit more. Show me the Five of Swords for Capricorn, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show me the Five of Swords for Capricorn. Okay, Cap. So the Five of Swords, we have the Page of Wands. So in regard to the Five of Swords, the Page of Wands is somebody essentially who is going to be working against you, but more so against themselves. They're incredibly reckless in their behavior, very childish, incredibly impulsive, and doesn't think about anybody other than themselves, you know. This is not the best energy to be working out of, and you may be leaving that person. You may be on a different path away from that. Well, it feels like you're on a different path away from that person. Now, I want to mention too here, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, okay? This could be a familial relationship. This could be a brother, a sister, a mother, feeling otherwise mother, but not mother too much, but like family, cousins. There's some energy of that. That's not going to be for everybody. Apply it where it works. If it doesn't work, don't apply it. But yeah, it's somebody who's young-minded. They're immature. They go after what's shiny, and they fail to recognize what is important, and they're just more after what's going to be for me right now. And it feels like you're going away from that. Show me the Ace of Wands for Capricorn, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So in regard to the Ace of Wands, you have the Magician and you have the Star here, Capricorn, okay? So the Magician talks about moving forward after we've learned lessons. It talks about applying those lessons effectively to how we want to experience our future. The Star talks about deep healing. It talks about trusting the path that you're on. The Magician also heavily speaks of manifestation here. Okay, Capricorn? So in regard to manifesting what you want, manifesting what feels right to you, well, yeah, this is life spark, the beginning of things. This is moving forward in a way that you feel incredibly positive towards what you're moving towards. It's creation. This is a very creative energy, okay? It's calling upon your own creative energies to essentially make yourself feel good. Also, how do you contribute to your life through your own creativity, okay? Sometimes we have to get in connection with that. I did a reading, who was it? About, there was like a heavy theme of creativity in there. I think it was Gemini. It was Gemini. Yeah, Gemini, their reading was very much about like going after what you want in a creative aspect, you know. It was key. That's part of it. Yeah, Gemini, creativity is key. So, yeah, there's something here about creativity, creating yourself, recreating yourself, making sure that what you're doing is going to be in alignment with how you're creating yourself. Like, what do you want? What do you want? I'm feeling this very, very urgent energy. Like, what do you want? And how do you make it happen? Like, how do you do that? You have to trust what is going to work for you. You have to know. This is also utilizing your intuition. You have to know what feels right for you and apply it to your life. When you do that, I'm sorry, I've been sick. My voice is all shot. But when you do that, Capricorn, you essentially start to move in a direction that is entirely made by you, for you, and it's incredibly positive. Show me the Knight of Pentacles for Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Show me the Knight of Pentacles. Those spilled out in a really interesting way. So there's one on the floor. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to read these. Give me a sec. Yeah, so Capricorn. The one that fell out upright. These ones on the table are face down. I don't know what they are yet. What fell upright is Judgment, okay? So Judgment, new beginnings, fresh starts, really paying attention to what works for you, what utilizes your best judgment, you know, what do you blow the whistle on, and what do you do? What do you want in your life? Use your best judgment in a situation. If you've been dealing with somebody who's been a turd, are you going to give them another chance? I mean, you could if you want to. You don't have to, though. So, who came out first? You came out first. So, the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. So, with Judgment and the Lovers in reverse, this is a head over heart decision to release somebody and take care of yourself. Okay? What's next? Yeah, you're next. So, yeah. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is talking about going it alone. This is talking about cultivating whatever it is that you want in your life and bringing it into fruition. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It sounds like I'm like, my throat is raw meat. It's so sore. Yeah, this is basically talking about doing things on your own, releasing an energy that no longer serves you, not wanting to be embroiled in a situation with somebody who's manipulative and egotistical, egomaniac, and also incredibly immature in the way that they act with you. What we have here is the Six of Cups next. So this is talking about people from your past, people that you've been in long-standing relationships with. Here would be a long-standing relationship. Also the Ten of Pentacles. This can also, in conjunction to the Six of Cups, it can talk about family, okay? Literally, this reading for some of you is cutting out a family member or a friend even that you've had for a really long time and doing things that are going to be happy for you. Okay, what's next? So, the Three of Wands. Exactly what I just said. Like going after what you want, putting in the energy and effort towards what you want, choosing what you want, and essentially having it come into your life, but taking the effort, making the effort to create that. Okay, what's this other card that's out? So you have the Two of Cups, and it's flying away. Capricorn, you have the Two of Cups. So now here, the Two of Cups talks about, yes, it talks about love. It talks about love relationships. It also talks about family. It talks about undeniable bonds. It talks about connections with people who you've had for years. This is your family. This is your loved one. You know, this does not always mean, oh my God, lovey-dovey, we're going to mate for the rest of our lives. We're going to be married. That's not what this means all the time. It can talk about that heavily, but it also can talk about family situations. It can talk about friends, and it can also talk about a level of love that you felt to somebody that is undeniable. It's unbreakable. That doesn't mean you have to stay in a situation because you felt love for a person, but it does mean that you recognize the depth of love that you felt for somebody. Here, in this Two of Cups, though, I do want to mention, if you look at the image on the bottom, we have the Lovers here. Lovers. This is the Lovers now. It's in reverse. Also, top, there's a Lion, okay? Lion is strength. Strength, Leo. You may be dealing with a Leo. It doesn't have to be. The Leo, though, here, this is talking about patience. It's talking about taming the ego. It's talking about releasing energy where we feel stuck, allowing patience in ourselves, also allowing a level of patience with the person, because sometimes you have to walk away from someone for them to grow. And that doesn't mean that you stay with them and you wait for them to figure it out. That means, hey, look, you do you. I love you dearly. I have to go because this doesn't work for me. I'm going after what does work for me on my own. Show me the Ten of Pentacles for Capricorn, please. So the Ten of Pentacles, you have the World flying out here, Capricorn. The World talks about relationships that are over, situations that are over. It talks about shutting out energy. It talks about letting things go. It talks about release, okay? Here now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of this deck, we have the Queen of Wands as well. So the Queen of Wands here twice, upright and reverse. So again, very creative energy, very beautiful, very vivacious, very lively, very excited to be a part of their own life and get involved in what makes them feel good, positive movement. Here we have somebody who's stagnant. We have somebody who is very bitchy, very cutthroat, somebody who will manipulate situations to be, to fit what they want and get what they want in their life, you know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's good. Here, this energy fits more so in with this, okay? This Page of Wands here, you have two fire sign energies, okay? Very immature energy. In conjunction with this Five of Swords, this is somebody who is essentially immature. They don't think things through, and also they're very bitter, fighting, biting. It's angry energy. So yeah, finalities here, but big lessons learned. Okay, big lessons learned. The World is a huge lesson card. Yeah, and I think that once you actually understand what's going to make you feel good and go after it, it's going to be night and day for you. This person has to deal with whatever they're dealing with on their own time, in their own way, on their own path. Sometimes we don't have to remain locked to somebody just because we love them, okay? Show me the King of Cups for Capricorn, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you have two cards popping out here, Capricorn. You have the Four of Wands in reverse, and then you have the Six of Wands upright. So the Four of Wands talks about foundations that essentially, well, they're no longer stable, okay? They don't hold water. A situation is essentially as good as its, what is that, weakest link? You know, or how does that term go? I'm not going to focus on that right now. Basically, a situation that is not stable, okay? So here, this person very much speaks of emotional stability, all right? Also somebody who will take care of themselves emotionally. They make sure that what they need is there for them, you know, and they give themselves that opportunity. They don't wait for somebody to give that to them, okay? You have the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands talks about new beginnings. It talks about a prosperity. It talks about positivity going forward, being recognized for your efforts and your ingenuity in your life, you know, choosing to create a path and forge forward. Nothing wrong with that, but it happens when you're emotionally stable. Here with this person, we have the Chariot, okay? So the Chariot talks essentially about somebody who is in reverse. It talks about somebody who's not moving forward with you. You're not moving forward with them. The energy is off balance, stagnant, okay? That's at the bottom of the deck. Show me the star in reverse for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Yeah, so, okay, yeah. All right, Capricorn, so you have the Five of Pentacles and you have the Tower. Five of Pentacles and Tower. So the Tower is essentially letting something burn. It's letting it crash down because, you know, it no longer serves its purpose. You know, it's served its purpose. It's gotten you where you need to be, and you let it go because the foundation that it's on is not stable. What is that people say? Oh, you can't build on a faulty foundation. Well, you can't. And if you've been dealing with somebody who is a liar, who is manipulative in numerous ways, how do you build upon that? Like, can you build upon that? I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here. Are you able to really like dedicate yourself to somebody who's not really willing to be just and honest with you? True. And the Five of Pentacles talks about letting something go, leaving somebody out in the cold. It talks about releasing people that no longer are effective in your life. It can also talk about letting go of patterns that you may have perpetuated and experienced in relationships up until a certain point. Patterns where we essentially keep ourselves in levels of lack mentality. We stagnate ourselves. We remain with somebody because we have a deep connection with them, and we feel love for this person, long-standing love, but you can't stay with them forever. You know, not every relationship is supposed to be forever, okay? So, yeah, in regard to the star in reverse, trust your intuition, trust the path that you're putting yourself on, you know, and also, yeah, heal. This is not healing, okay? This is very, very raw emotional anguish. It's all of the anguish, but it's somebody who needs to heal their mind, their body, heal with their spirit. Here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups, Capricorn. The Ace of Cups, sure, it can talk about a love relationship and somebody giving you their cup of love, sure. Here, this is talking about healing yourself, healing your emotional balance within yourself, allowing this person to heal on their own time as well. You can't change anybody. You can't make anybody progress any faster than they're going to. And nobody has been able to do that with you. It's all on your own time. That's how life is. You learn your lessons on your own time, in your own way. But choosing a direction here, Capricorn. Relieving yourself, extracting yourself out of a situation that you know is no longer healthy for you, choosing a direction. What happens when you do that? You have the Fool. You have a brand new beginning, Cap. You have change, understanding. Essentially, you create a new beginning. So, yeah. I hope that this reading was helpful. I want to clarify the Queen of Wands here. Yeah. So, you have here, okay. So, first of all, at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords, Capricorn. So, this is an energy, it's Libra, Aquarian, Gemini energy. What I'm feeling, though, is this is you. So is the King of Cups for you. This King of Cups may be a person you're dealing with. I think you're dealing more with Queen of Wands energy in reverse, the fire energy. But the King of Cups the King of Swords, uses their judgment, but it's less emotionally charged. It's more mentally, it's less emotional. It's more analytical. It's more logical. It's like, does this work? Does this work? Doesn't work. Okay, let me cut it out. And they're kind of abrupt about things, you know. They recognize that a situation isn't healthy for them and they go. So that's the energy that I feel that you're residing under. Under the King of Swords, you have the Four of Cups now. Okay, so the Four of Cups talks about not extending an offer, not accepting an offer. It's basically not wanting to deal with the person. So the other cards that fell out with it for the Queen of Wands. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Three of Swords here. So this is heartbreak. It's deception. Somebody who is essentially reckless with your heart, with your emotions, and it's come to play out. Okay. So how do we deal with that? We heal. We make intentional effort to heal ourselves. Take time with yourself. Again, that level of creativity aspect is coming out. The same with Gemini. Like I would say check out Gemini's reading, just because they may actually, it may resonate with you, but there's like a heavy level of creative aspect that needs to be utilized. With that, we have the Nine of Swords here. So Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, mental energy that's incredibly frustrating, hurt energy. You know, if this person is the type of person that does that, here it works both ways. This is you definitely taking the reins of your life and moving forward towards something positive. But I also feel that this card speaks to the other person as well. You know, that's how readings can work. You know, the energy is multiple, dual for people. Always read for yourself. Always read for others. The person, the people that are invested in this situation. These are malleable energies. This energy that you're getting away from is exactly what you're doing. You're getting away from it. Okay, the Six of Swords here essentially moves away from things that have been tumultuous, mentally exhausting, frustrating, emotionally unbearable. Here we have the Hierophant as the last card out. So sure, this situation could have definitely been something where you were either married to a person or it was a long-standing committed situation, but it feels like it's not anymore. But also here, the Hierophant talks a lot about schooling. It talks about education. It talks about counseling as well. So if any of that is in alignment with what you feel that you need to do, which would be in your best judgment to help yourself heal, not healing, what would be best for you? Would speaking to a counselor be helpful for you? Would be, you know, what would be good for you? So that's it. All right, Capricorn, I hope that this reading was helpful for you. My name is Isel. I'm on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic. And if this resonated for you, then feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if it didn't, it just may not be your reading. And again, if you choose to donate, feel free to. I really appreciate it. And there's no pressure. If you do or you don't, it's okay. Yeah, so I hope everything's well, and I hope that this was helpful. And we'll see you in March. All right, take care, Capricorn. Bye-bye.